Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the Perk Up podcast.
Perk up with an exclamation point.
Very important.
Don't forget it.
Don't forget that. So, today we're sitting here, we're podcasting.
Sure.
We have some stuff to talk about. We're going to talk about it well, hopefully. If not,
Screw it.
Thoughts?
No.
Okay.
We've got some coffee here
We have
today.
some coffee. We're gonna tell you. Well, Maddie's gonna tell you a little bit about it because I have no idea what it is, but I'm gonna drink it.
This is Lavazza. It's just a dark roast. I like dark roast. It's all I drink. I didn't bring very much of it, but it's Lavazza, I believe, means coffee in Italian.
Oh wow, very creative title there.
I know. The Italians are creative people.
Yeah, obviously.
And it's basically, I bought this because of the fact I ran out of Pete's coffee, because that's my favorite. So now I have this, but it's good. I like it.
We drink coffee. We tell you
drink it
about
every
coffee. Let's I
drink it every morning.
Let's drink the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hot.
I made this at 8 o'clock. It's 10, 11.
So let me tell you a little something.
Yeah.
I really hate Cracker Barrel.
Yeah?
So here's why I hate Cracker Barrel, right? Do one thing well, not two things subpar. Don't be a gift shop and a restaurant if neither of your things are gonna be good.
I think they should just stick with gift shop.
I think that it just shouldn't exist. Okay, here's why. Go ahead.
Some of their stuff doesn't stink. Like, some of it's not.
See, it's pancakes.
It's got candy.
You go for the pancakes, and if you go for anything else, you're ridiculous.
I think we should have an IHOP instead. What? Then make your own pancakes. I don't know what to tell you.
I do. That's why I hate Cracker Barrel, because my pancakes are better. Also, they have a gift shop. That's the main reason.
That's the only reason why you hate Cracker Barrel?
Okay, so it's a gift shop with bad gifts. Bad gifts. Gifts?
right,
Gifts.
I think it's just like, you're just supposed to look at it. Nobody buys anything
No,
from the
people
Cracker Barrel
buy
gift
it.
shop. I
People
don't know
buy
anybody
things.
that has purchased anything from the Cracker
My
Barrel gift
mother,
shop.
Joelle.
That's incredible, actually.
It makes sense, doesn't it?
It makes sense. She's a wonderful woman.
I love my mother.
I love your mother.
Okay, let's move on from Cracker Barrel.
Yeah,
I was
alright.
happy talking about it, but we're finished. Go on.
All right. Oh, you know, the royal wedding just happened.
That's yeah. I've heard
You know
about
what? I've
weddings.
had at least 5 people tell me that they cried while they were watching it, which I don't understand. But I've also seen that you can get a stupid amount of merchandise. Like, they're
Royal
trying
wedding
to make
merchandise?
royal wedding merchandise. They're trying to profit off of this.
Could you
I mean,
give
like,
me an example about that?
I mean, like, I saw it was an apron, and it had, like, the print was like tiny pictures of things from the royal wedding, or like tea towels, like things that you would actually put in your house.
Why?
I don't know. That's why I'm.
Who's
confused.
buying that?
Probably
The
the Brits. No, but I've like.
Did I just
people
offend an entire nation?
Here, they're doing a great job. They can be excited about it. I think they can be excited about it, but I think people
Right,
here buying
right.
the things.
We don't
People here
know anything.
buying the things is absolutely.
And you gotta know it's
ridiculous.
only us that's doing it too. They're not. They see the queen all the time, casually strolling down the street. They're like, hey, it's
Hey, Grandma.
hey, what's up,
Grandma!
Betty? Oh, I was thinking about Betty White. She's not the queen. She's just my queen.
Betty White's everyone's queen.
You know, she's literally older than sliced bread.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
well, like the trade right, copyright,
Yeah.
trademark.
The-
What is it?
Yeah, copyright.
Cool. So the Obama. So the Obamas.
What a transition.
Thank you.
was incredible.
Thank you very much. The Obamas have they just signed a deal with Netflix. You hear about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've signed on to do like feature films and documentaries and series. What is that? What's that word?
Series?
Just series?
Series?
They've signed on to do series.
A couple of series?
A couple of series.
I think it's just series.
Like Siri? Oh, did my phone light up? No, it didn't.
I was
That
kinda
would have
hoping
been
it
really
would.
funny. You let me down, Siri.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I didn't do it again.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about Obama.
Royal wedding. Obama's royal wedding. In Denmark, right?
But I would watch that.
Obama's royal wedding in Denmark?
Yeah. If that was a
Tell me more
documentary-
about that. What would happen there?
All right. Obama getting married to Joe Biden, right?
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Not Michelle.
That already happened.
Okay.
We're talking about Obama getting married to Joe Biden.
Okay.
They'd be in Denmark, right?
Right, because of course, where Hamlet happened.
Yeah.
You know, the Prince of Denmark.
I imagine them both in white tuxedos.
Oh, of course. Obama looking hot in a white tuxedo.
I feel like he would look just incredible in a white tuxedo.
Yeah,
Joe
absolutely.
Biden would just be, he's wonderful.
Joe Biden.
I feel like they'd have 3 things on the menu. I feel like one of them would be like smoked salmon, and then they'd have like a veggie burger for all of their like vegetarian
Right, because
friends.
they probably have so many too.
A ton.
Just so many.
And then like filet mignon. Like there's got to be like super
Something
classy.
super fancy, right?
Like champagne, and then like sparkling grape juice for
Then
the
just,
children.
like, whiskey.
Because they care about the children. Somebody's got to have kids, so
You
they've
think
got like
Obama's a
sparkling
whiskey
grape
man?
juice. I feel like he likes like red wine.
I feel like he would sit next to his big fireplace in his house with like a glass of whiskey and a book, and just relax. Maybe listen to a podcast instead of a book.
Would you listen to an audiobook?
Just in general?
With like Obama if he did.
Oh yeah.
Audiobook.
I think he's a great speaker. You see that episode of David Letterman's new show with Obama?
No.
Oh, what's it? My Next Guest with David Letterman.
Yep.
Very good show. Obama was very good on the one episode. It's very casual. I like it a lot.
I like the comedians in cars getting coffee.
Jerry
episode
Seinfeld
with Obama while he was still. The
I
president.
haven't seen that yet.
It's so funny because he tries to get in the car and like go out and to get coffee, and the people are like, "No, you can't leave.
No,
like
you're
not.
Obama.
You're the president. You can't.
can't just
Jerry
get out."
Seinfeld can't take you out in this car." But he's like, he tries really hard, and then Obama's like, "Guys, come on.
Come on, I'm the president.
Can I just go?" And they're like, "No."
No.
So they go down
Brock.
into like the little workroom for all the people in the White House, and they just have coffee down there. It was.
That's all right.
I feel like Obama is like the chillest president.
Oh, of course, 100%.
Ever.
You know, he was the first president to be on a podcast, and it was
didn't
Mark
know that.
Maron's
It totally makes sense.
WTF with Mark Maron
That makes
and
sense to
Barack
me.
Obama.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very good.
That's incredible.
It's like Mark Maron's like he's like good, obviously. He's a pioneer of the new kind of podcasting world.
Right.
But that episode with Obama just kills it. Oh, nice coffee sip there.
Thanks.
Should I
sips.
drink a sip of coffee while you keep talking?
I think you can do whatever you
All
want.
right, go ahead.
I think there was that was a good time. One thing that I wanted to talk about. So at work, I get notifications from like CNN and like the Washington Post all the time, like just all day,
Just all the time.
anything.
Right.
And I saw one, and it was about Melania Trump getting kidney surgery.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't care. I really don't. It's like that's kind of a personal thing.
Yeah,
like
that's fine.
I
You're
don't
allowed
know.
to not care about a
I was
kidney
like,
surgery.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. And like during the week, there was a headline, and it said something along the lines of Donald Trump visits Melania Trump for a second day in a row.
Wow, a total of 2 days.
Which is hilarious because how horrible of a person do you have to be where that's news?
Hey.
You visited your wife in the hospital after surgery twice.
Oh, wow.
And that is just headlining.
We love politics here on Perk Up!
Yeah.
Exclamation point. Yeah, let's dive into that.
Let's just offend everyone
Yeah, how
somehow.
can we? How else can we do that? Oh, avocados. They're causing droughts. Were you aware of this?
I wasn't.
I read a headline, and then I was like, oh, that's an interesting headline. I should get deeper into that. And it was avocados are causing droughts in Central America. I couldn't tell you where I read it from because it was just on the news app on my cellular phone iPhone.
I knew they'd come back and kill us all
Right.
someday.
So what's happening is farmers in
Yeah.
Central America are irrigating, that's the right word, irrigating water from like local reservoirs illegally to their farms so that they can get a better avocado crop and sell more avocados. And because of that, the like water system in Central America is getting all funky, and there's a drought because of America's use of avocados. Because we put that shit on everything.
I'm not gonna lie. Now I almost feel bad about eating avocado toast.
Oh,
really
I
often.
don't.
It's really good.
It's nice. It's wet. It's good. Avocado. It's wet.
I wouldn't describe it as wet. I don't think that's a word that I would use to describe it.
What would you use?
Probably mushy. I don't know. It's mushy.
That's
it's not
worse.
Wet.
That's
I don't
worse.
know. I'm not saying it's a pleasant
Moist.
word. No.
Why not?
I'm not saying, like, if you picked up an avocado and squeezed it, and the juice
The
is
inside.
No, it's not wet.
It's wet.
No.
All right, next subject.
All right. How about this? I got something for you.
Okay.
Pockets and pants.
What about pockets?
Why don't women's pants?
Why don't
have
women's
pockets?
pants?
Why don't pants?
No, that's fair.
Why don't
Okay,
they have pockets? No, because here's the thing.
yeah.
I get.
Yeah. Take a breather. So the question was, why don't women's pants have pockets?
Yeah, I think it's just because
Sexism.
Society wants me to have a purse.
Oh, that's true.
What if I don't want a purse?
The clothing industry wants you to spend more money and buy a purse because you don't have pockets.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a lot of things to put in my pockets.
See, you have a lot of things. That's what a purse is for. I carry around a backpack.
But I have a lot of things, but not enough things to have to carry around a large bag.
That makes sense. What about like a small bag?
I don't want to. That's just inconvenient. It's just like flopping around. It's just like it's unnecessary. Like, what if I have something to do, I gotta like set it down. Somebody could take it. Like and what if it doesn't match my outfit? I'm actually concerned about that. It's like
Me too.
Which would make everything easier if I just had pockets. Which I buy jeans now. If they don't have pockets, I won't buy them. These have pockets.
It's official.
I got them at
She has
Goodwill.
pockets in her jeans.
I got them at Goodwill. I buy a lot of jeans from Goodwill.
Huh. I'm gonna look at my phone to see my next talking point.
Yeah.
Which is I'm gonna drink a sip of coffee first. Want me to do it into the mic?
Like ASMR. Yep, that was a good one.
Oh, that was just wet, I'd say.
That was wet. Avocados aren't wet.
No, you're right. I agree on that.
Okay.
So
good.
YouTube star Philip DeFranco has recently come under fire. If you don't know who Philip DeFranco is, he's a little news boy. He has this news show called The Philip DeFranco Show that he does every weekday, Monday through Thursday, and it's very good, very informative. If you want a news show on YouTube, go check out The Philip DeFranco Show. It's very good. But he's come under fire for some stuff that doesn't really make sense for him coming under fire for, but whatever. And it made me start thinking about the YouTube culture. What exactly is it? And where is it headed? What do you think?
Man, I don't know. I think it also I think it depends on like what community you're in for YouTube. Mm-hmm. I mean like
what kind of stuff do you watch, and what does the audience like it for that?
Oh, there's too much. I mean, I watch because I'm super into makeup, which like you wouldn't guess, but like I watch a lot of like beauty stuff, and it's just like vicious sometimes, which I don't understand. I'm like, it's not that serious,
right? Stuff
like that, and it's like we're all just people just trying to have fun. So like, why are you crapping on all this?
Just let them do their makeup.
Yeah. And like everybody's got their huge opinions that they think are like super important about other people's
like us
content.
Having a podcast right now.
Yeah,
just us sharing our opinions.
We just think our opinions are super
better
important.
than everyone else's. It's true. Want to know how I know? Because my mom told me. That's not even true. That was a lie. My mom told me to stay humble.
Joel's the president.
Joel is the president of the United States of Comerica Park. So here's my thoughts.
I think YouTube's becoming a job. That's what I think.
Well, it is. It's a job for many people, and like that's fine. But I think the issue is that people expect everything on YouTube to always be exactly how they want it to be, like the audience. And then when it's not, and when someone doesn't have the same opinion as someone else on the internet, they get real up in arms about it, and they want to make a conniption. However, those people are dumb. That's that.
I think everyone should just do whatever they want.
And do what you want.
Mind your business.
Don't care what other people do. If you appreciate what someone's creating, if you appreciate the Philip DeFranco show, watch the Philip DeFranco show. Yep. If you don't like the Philip DeFranco show, don't watch it. Don't just sit in the comments section rattling off just garbage about everything. If you're just gonna rattle garbage, if you're not gonna be supportive about things, don't get involved.
Don't rattle garbage, rattle recycling.
Right. We recycle here on Perk Up! I had to shout it because of the exclamation point. All right, your turn.
Yeah, all right. I'm also gonna check my phone.
I swear at some point this will become more natural and it won't seem so segmented.
We're just doing our best here.
We're just trying. It's the first one.
Oh,
should we talk about that? Should we talk about this being the first podcast?
Yeah. This is
the first Perk Up podcast that we're doing. I'm Micah Mabey.
I'm Madi Halleck.
This is Perk Up, the podcast. That bit will get old, so I might stop doing it. But also,
maybe I'll start doing it.
Yeah, there we go. That's teamwork.
It sure is.
Yeah, this is a podcast we're gonna do. It's taken us 20 minutes to get this far. This is a podcast we're gonna be doing, where we just get together, talk about news, talk about things, talk about life. Just really, it's like current events and talking points that we both bring in. And then like a life story or whatever. We have like a bit of an idea for a format, but this is the first one, so that might change.
Right now we're winging it.
Yeah, we're winging it, having a good time doing it. Hoping you're having a good time watching it, listening to it, whatever you're doing. And we hope you stick around for some more or some s'mores. Go ahead, Maddie.
That sounds awesome. Oh, I was gonna tell you before we did our intro way far into the podcast.
Right.
I was going to talk about my experience at the post office the other day. That was just absolutely horrifying. So I was just having like a bad day, but my mom...
Sad, bad, mad, glad.
It was, that.
Don't get glad, get glad, mad.
It was just not an awesome day. And then my mom comes up to me in the morning before I leave for work, and she was like, hey, so I've got a package. Can you... Hey.
Why does she sound Minnesotan?
That's how I just imagine my mom. Hey. She's like, I got a package. We're sending it to my friend. We're going to call her Becky.
Is her name actually Becky?
No.
Dang it.
She's in the Air Force in Japan.
Wait. How does that work? How does Army...
Yeah. Anyway.
Go on.
And so apparently Becky wanted hairspray from Aveda. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because she's got curly hair. My mom's got curly hair. And so my mom was going to send some hairspray from Aveda to Becky.
Just in Japan.
In Japan. Right. And my mom's whole thing was like, it's not in aerosol bottles.
So what?
They're not in aerosol bottles, so I can send them, right? And I was like, no. I was like, it's still hairspray.
You knocked over the coffee thing. That's fine. It's in the grass now. I moved it.
She was like, they're not in aerosol bottles, so I can send them. And I was like, that's not true. And she's like, well, will you try anyway? And I was like, because I love my mother, I'm going to take...
We love our moms here at...
We love our moms.
Thank you.
I'm going to take this package to the post office. And I'm going to try to send it. So it was like 4 o'clock, and I have no idea when the post office closes. I literally have no clue. I didn't bother to look it up.
Isn't it like a 9 to 5?
I think
Isn't that how the government works?
I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I just wasn't thinking about it. And so I left work, went to the post office with this package, and I went there, and the guy was like, you're going to have to fill out.
I just yawned, and then I looked the other way, and I did this. Go on.
You're going to have to fill out a customs form. And I was like...
Excuse me, you're going to have to fill out a customs form for this.
That makes sense. Like, it totally makes sense if it's going to Japan. So I tried to fill one out, and then I, like, messed up something, so I threw it away, and then I had to do another one, and I filled that one out, and then I went to the guy, and he was like, that's the wrong form. You gotta pick a different one. It's the one next to that one, actually. And I was like... Then I just got like pissed off. So I went and I grabbed the other one, and it was much longer than the other form. So I went and I was like filling it out. And I got so confused. I just started like kind of crying.
Oh no.
I started crying in this post office. And then my mom also forgot to put a return address on this box. And it was covered in tape. Yeah, it was covered in tape, and not a single person in that post office had a permanent marker. Not a single person, and I think that's a giant lie. I think that's a huge stinking lie. Somebody must have had a permanent marker.
I mean, people don't just kind of always walk around with permanent markers.
No, but it's an office. It's a post office.
That's fair.
Somebody's got to have one.
Yeah, why wouldn't they? Like behind the desk.
I was like, do you have a permanent marker? And he was like, no, I don't. And I was like, not a single person in this post office has a permanent marker. And so I had to like carve my address into this box. It was horrible. And then I couldn't figure out, the address was super confusing. And so I couldn't figure out how to do it. And then I was just standing there like quietly sobbing. And the guy was like, do you need help? He was like, can I help you?
Are you doing all right?
And I was like, yes. I can't stop. And he was like, okay. And because I was freaking out. I'm like, I don't know when the post office closes. I don't know what the address is. My mom isn't returning my texts. And this totally isn't going to be able to ship. So I filled everything out. And then he's like, all right. Now that you've got that, what's in the package?
Oh, no.
And I said, hairspray? And he goes, no. He was like, no.
Not allowed.
And I just went. So I called my mom and I was like, hey, Mom. You know how you're trying to send hairspray to Japan?
You know, that thing.
You know, that thing that you were doing? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, well, why did you think you could put hairspray on an airplane? Like, I'm sure there's a way to do it, but like to ship it, she was like, well, it's not an aerosol. And I was like, yeah. And I told the guy that, and he still said no. So it's just hairspray. Hairspray is just flammable.
That's just how that works.
And she was like, well, that's ridiculous. And I went, no, it's not, because it's just safe.
It's just
how
it's good practice.
It's just how airplanes work. You just don't put hairspray on them.
Don't get things that will catch on fire.
Yeah, that's kind of how that works.
And don't yell bomb. Those are about the two biggest rules. Also, if you're gonna have a window seat, don't keep opening and closing the little window shade. That's really, just really annoying. Yeah. Just choose one.
So I had to take this package all the way back home.
Right.
And I gave it to my mom, and I was like, what made you think that this was any kind of possible? She's like, well, I just thought it was hairspray.
It was
an aerosol.
Gonna be okay. I thought everything was gonna be
She's such a sweetheart, and she's like trying to get her friends some hairspray.
I'm trying to do a good deed.
I'm just not. It's no.
Just not a good. No. Yeah, not a. So
and the guy at the post office was felt really bad for me because I was crying, and
just in the post office, in a governmental building.
I told my friend's mom later. I was like, yeah, I only cried 3 times today. One of them was in the post office, so it didn't count. Doesn't count because you can be crying for any reason. It was me.
I was that friend.
Yeah.
I was the one she told it to. So I have a question then.
Yeah.
Why didn't she know that?
I literally think, well, she flies all the time, so I think, I don't know. I was just like, oh, go away. So it was like, she just thought it was because it's aerosol.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to tell a little story about a guy, a homeless man that used to sit on my stoop. It's not fair that I say homeless. He might not have been homeless. He just might have been
really interesting.
Yeah, I just assume
eccentric.
Yeah. So he back when I lived downstate, I had this stoop right outside of my house that like my driveway went down, and then to the left was the stoop. Mm-hmm. And he would come there and just sit, just sit. And he did this for a couple days in a row. And eventually my older brother was like, "Hey, we have a bunch of extra stuff that we're not using, like food wise. Let's go give it to him." So we went down there and we had a conversation with him, and we were like, "Hey, here, have this stuff." And he was like, "Oh, like thanks, I appreciate that." Ended up not taking half of it and just leaving it there, which was fine, I guess. But
I don't want
whatever.
it.
Nah, I got like 3 other pairs in the trunk. That's a reference to something else.
Yep.
But he starts like talking to us and telling us this life story of his. He claimed to have been in the war. He didn't tell us which war. He just said the war.
A war.
Yeah, I was in the war. Oh, okay. He also, my favorite part was he told us that he was 122 years old. He wasn't. That's not possible.
What?
That's not.
How old did he look?
Not 122.
Yeah, okay.
Probably like mid-70s. But he was in the war.
The war.
So I don't know how time works when you are in a
Maybe he was like a
battle.
vampire or something.
Oh, I don't think that's the case, but maybe. That's definitely not the case, but maybe. Anyway, Muggy.
Muggy.
What? Anyway, go ahead. You have an idea that you want to talk about?
Oh.
That's all I had to say. There's a homeless man that thinks he's 122 years old.
Perfect. All right.
Dude, perfect. YouTube channel.
Great.
Yep, go on.
So I was at work. And I had the absolute honor of unrolling a bunch of change from the little sleeping bag,
holders.
little rolls.
Oh,
yeah.
Sleeping bags of change.
Yeah.
Idea. We fill up an actual sleeping bag with change and drop it on someone.
That'd probably kill somebody.
Yeah. Go on.
And so like quarters are normal, pennies are normal, pretty gross. I think money's really gross.
It's true.
And like dimes were normal, but this roll of nickels, man, I don't like nickels.
Wow, okay.
This roll of nickels.
Nickels are probably like the worst.
Were so shiny.
Wow.
I mean, like I would make jewelry out of those things. Like that's how shiny they were. They looked way more like they looked like they were worth so much more than 5 cents because they were so shiny.
What? Just pure silver.
And I think that's ridiculous. I think Canada is way too spoiled because they get cool money.
Their money smells like maple
They get
syrup.
cool money and they don't have nickels. Why would they need nickels?
Because who uses
Who
nickels?
needs nickels?
I like to pay an exact change, to be honest.
Yeah.
But if I didn't have to, and like they just gave me back a dollar.
I mean, like.
You know how Canadians work.
Yeah.
I've met 3 different Canadian men named Patrick. Just a fun fact.
Every single person in Canada is named Patrick.
That might be the case. One of them was a busker playing on the side of the street with a banjo when I was in Canada, Stratford, Canada. I went to the Shakespeare Festival there.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. If you ever have the chance to go see a Shakespeare Festival, it's really interesting. It's just Shakespeare, but it's very fun.
So if you don't like it, don't go.
So if you don't like Shakespeare, you probably
go.
won't like it. But if you do like Shakespeare, there's a chance. And so he was banjo playing, and he stopped for a second, and I put a little Canadian change in there, and I was like, "Hey, good job, guy." And he was like, "Thanks, I'm Patrick." And I was like, that's a lot of information that I didn't really care about. Nice to meet you, Patrick.
Whoa, man! I don't need to know your life story or anything.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to let you know that your music's good. You don't need to tell me your name, Patrick. And then
don't spark up a conversation.
I'm just a passerby. You don't need to talk to me. I know I would do the same thing, but you don't need to talk to me. Then I went into a magic shop. went into a magic shop.
Canada sounds incredible.
It's like America, but
better.
A bit different. So I went into this magic shop, and there was a guy playing with all the toys. He worked there, but he was playing with all the magic toys. And I was in that magic shop for about an hour. Same day that I met this other Patrick. I was in there for about an hour talking to this guy that worked there.
Yeah.
And he was like showing me the works, like showing me how stuff worked. And I didn't buy any of it because of course I didn't. But I spent a solid hour, and like halfway through he was like, "What's your guys' name?" Name's Zez. And like my friends introduced themselves, and I was like, I'm Micah. And he was like, right, I'm Patrick. And I was like, no way. Really? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, you're the second Patrick that I've met today from Canada. And he was like, oh. And I was like, that's really interesting to me. You don't have to be fascinated, but I am.
It's like the currency in France used to be like, like francs.
Yeah. Hot dogs. French hot dogs.
Yeah, but like now it's in Canada, all their currency is Patrick's.
It's just money with a picture of this magician's face on it, and it all smells like
maple syrup. I think it's so ridiculous. I love it though. Like I don't know. I feel like our money, if it had a cent, it would just be grease, or like hamburgers or something. Like it wouldn't have a good smell. I don't think.
And sewage water.
Sewage water.
Grease, hamburgers, and
gasoline.
Sewage water. Oh, gasoline would be up there. That'd be like the $50 bill. What would so sewage water is obviously the $1 bill.
Oh.
5s are grease. 10s are hamburgers.
Tears.
20s. What are
just tears?
20s is
Sweat.
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 And then 50. That's gotta be what was the other one you just said?
Gasoline.
Gasoline's a 50. Then 100, right? Hear me out. $100. Just nothing.
Broken dreams.
Yeah, just empty. Empty. Like the smell of nothingness.
So just the money now, money now probably smells
It has
just
a scent.
gross.
Yeah.
It's just gross.
I was given a bunch of like fresh $1 bills the other day, and it was the most uncomfortable thing. Like they wouldn't unattach from each other. It was awful. It was a struggle to like.
Were they like sticky?
No, they were just so rough. They might have been fake. That's what they felt like. But
it was like, maybe. Could have been.
This might be counterfeit. I don't know.
that could be a problem. That might be it.
Anyway, money's gross. Except for in Canada.
Yeah.
I have like a Croatian money somewhere.
I have a lot of
money.
yen.
Yen?
When I went to Japan,
Yeah.
I have a bunch of it just.
Oh, I want to go to
laying around.
Japan.
It's pretty neat. I'd like to go back. I was really small and fat when I went last time. I was in like 6th grade, and it would be way cooler now.
When I went to Europe, I had little flippy boy hair. Just little hair, like bangs that I could flip from side to side.
Yeah.
Look like a young Justin Bieber.
Biber.
A young Justin Bible.
Justin.
Just a Bible.
Just a Bible.
I'm a young Just a Bible. Justin Timberlake. Justin's on a lake. Justin's boat on a lake. Boathouse. I'll stop.
Thanks.
This has been Perk.
That's it.
Thanks for checking in. We'll figure out we'll do this better.
If you got this far, gold star for you.
Thank you very much.
Gold star for you.
Leave some feedback. Let us know what we're missing, what we could do better. We would love to hear you down in the however you can talk to us. Or just like send me a text, if you have my number. If not, follow us on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
I'm not doing this.
Mine's Micah Mabey.
That's yeah.
You can follow me on Instagram. I'll
Coppertop
appreciate
953. It's
She
dumb.
did it.
We'll
She did
figure
it.
it out.
They'll get there. You can change that,
I will.
You won't.
No, I won't.
All right. I also have a Twitter. I don't remember what it is at the moment. But if you want to follow us, follow
We'll
us.
put them somewhere.
Yeah, you'll get
put
there.
them somewhere.
You'll get there. All right. Because you need more of us in your life. The hostesses with the mostesses.
Yep.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
I've been Maddie.
I've been Micah. And this has been Perk!